gentlemen and children, I am not a ghost. And to the children everywhere, I want to let you know, I am a good ghost. So, to let you know that this image in front of you is the Mona Lisa. And I'm going to show you that this image here is the Mona Lisa. The world's been talking about this magnificent painting. It is Jesus Christ proposing to the older Mona Lisa. And I'm going to go right back into my regular voice, and I want to let you know about this woman. I call her the pointing walking lady. So here we go, and I'll explain that. Now I'm going back to natural Earth. Oh, I gotta come down off my cloud. Okay, and here we go. This is the walking, pointing lady, and she is magnificent. We've been talking about this in this YouTube. There's an absolute perfect reason, because she's all in my painting. That my painting is not just a painting. I'm tired of calling it that. I gotta think of the right proper words. And if you want to put the comment in of, let's call it a diary, let's call it a registry, let's call it a will, let's call it Leonardo da Vinci's life, let's call it hidden works, let's call it something. Well, I call it MiDion. MiDion means, to all the ones who really know what it means best boyfriend in the whole wide world. And yes, I would love to be called Dion. What a name. In Italian, best boyfriend in the whole wide world. Well, when this is blown up, I'm going to show you something. And when you take the colors, this is what happens. You take my image, which is of the top of the hat, as you can see right here, the top of his hat. And it is, let me get it here for you to see, where the lump is. You see how the feathers flow through here and here? Well, I blew it up for you. I blew it up for you because there it is. So when I blew it up, I also took this image right here, which is a walking lady, pointing lady, and blew it up on an image and changed it into black and white. Now, this is Leonardo da Vinci's tricks. You can see cut lines floating to where when Leonardo da Vinci takes my painting, and vice versa, sorry, I always do it in reverse, and you overlay it, and you can see the lines. Watch. You see how it kind of matches over here, and then when you bring it on over, it really matches. So you can see this line running for my hat. What's the odds on that? So I just take this, boom, 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 and then you take the marking and you go, woo. See how crooked I do it? So you got to forgive me. Woo. And then you overlay it. Ready? Ready? Boom. Okay, and you can see how it follows down. You can see how it follows down more. So if I wish to continue, whoops, I can't draw a straight line. Somebody help me, help me, help me. And this is supposed to be a little better, you know. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's see if she can do it. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so you can see that. You can even see the lines going over here. Okay, so boom. Boom, 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 boom. Now you can see how that fits, right? So I take this and I'll show you. Whoops. See how nasty I am? Woo! But I am not nasty, really. Okay, but yeah. Boom! Okay, then I take this one. We're going boom, 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 boom. Okay, we're talking about how do you come up with that kind of curve? How do you come up? How do you come up with the same? Okay, so this is another piece of hidden works within. But what really gets really cool, if you take a look, these are dogs. It's like a dog cartoon of people. One dog, two dogs, three dogs, in person looking at his dogs that transforms. So he takes his people and transforms them into dogs, or he transforms his dogs into cartoons. These are images of cartoons. This man is having a blast. He's having more fun than me and you examining his work. I promise you that, because he's painted us to where we could talk about him for 565 years. He's a teacher.
He is absolutely a teacher. How do I get this? How did I alter that? So now I'm going to show you when I take and reduce this. Whew. When I take and reduce this, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a kind of a short little cut through here. I reduce this, and this is the walking lady. And then when I take and I cut this is my man. See his top of his hat? Okay, that's the little portion. So he's got this image turned that fits the hat up in here, which is going to be, it's got to be reduced a lot more. So if I reduced it a lot more and try to fit it over the hat in a smaller version instead of a bigger version for you, we're going to see how it goes. Okay, there, right there. See, right there, perfect, absolutely perfect. And what I'm going to tell you, this is a curved piece. Okay, so this curved piece is actually this piece, which is going to be cut right out of here like this, and I'll reduce this piece for you to know what we're playing with. Whoops. Well, it is a bigger piece of the bigger piece. So guess what? Then I have to find the piece in which tells you what piece we're working with, and let's see if it's in here. If not, I got to go in the archives. Okay. Oh, it's right here. It's what I originally showed you. This is it. Okay, so this particular piece here is this. This is the walking lady, but turned, okay? Because when she's turned on an angle, this particular area, that she becomes, again, she becomes this. So Leonardo da Vinci does his tricks, and he puts his hat on her areas of her body, okay? Because as you can see, he does the lumps. Leonardo da Vinci is a magnificent hidden artist, and if you follow my YouTube, you'll understand why. Why? Because you're not allowed to be gay back in those days, or you get killed. And this is the younger Mona Lisa. Now this is the older Mona Lisa. Okay, imagine if you can dream. If you can dream the biggest dream in the world of your lover, of your dreams, and you wanted to paint cartoons and funs and look in the sun and have babies and see what she looks like when she's older and remember what she was when she's younger. You paint every single thing inside here, and every piece of work of Leonardo da Vinci's works is in here. That's why I have over 1,000 YouTubes. It only took me about 6 hours to do this. It may be a small video, maybe a long video. You all know how I go to cut off and do certain things. I do all kinds of things, and you know that I try to show you the truth. This so happens to be, again, and thank you for all the subscribing kind words, the MiDion. The MiDion is a Leonardo da Vinci painting. It is absolutely magnificent. I'm going to show you how this image is in the walking lady. This YouTube that we are going through has taken us weeks to get into little details. So I'm going to give you and go through the lines. If you want to follow, I hope you really pay attention, because here it goes. I take this image, and you're going to find out when I overlay it in the particular areas, it's going to give you some wild shots. So it's everywhere. So I just have to get reminded. So when I take my man and I overlay it across the nose brim, you can see how the eye floats within the inner and floats within the other inner of the eye. So I'll take and I'll mark this eye. Sorry, I'm doing my best. Then I'll take and mark this eye. And give you, there's a shot there. Okay, I know it sounds big, but watch how this stuff goes together. Watch how this stuff goes together. You see how it goes? Okay. Now, if you take a look, there's this line that runs here. Right here and here and here. These are hundreds of little lines, it looks like. And that line right here whoops, sorry, runs many times in between here and here for sure. And then when I put it up again, you can see how this band is in here. So I'm going to hold it here, and then you can see the same band right there and right here. Okay, all right, that's two okay rare possibilities that it could be, right? Okay. You believe what you want to believe, but there's over 1,000 YouTubes to prove. Now, when you pull this down, you can see the shoulder and this band that goes here. So when I put it up, you can see this line here. So I'm gonna draw this line in between. And in between. That gives him his leeway again, right? So when I put it back up, you're going to see that there's a banner line. So I'll hold it here, and you can see this line goes here, skips, goes here, whoops, here, and then there's a little dot here, and then you can see this curve that curves here, and then you can see like there's something going on in here and here, like lines are going to go through. But let's just go with what we see completely for you to understand. And you can see how this banner floats. So here's this curve. I pull it down, and here's this curve. So now we have a shoulder curving in the group. Now it may go up, because if you actually see, you can see how this curves here. You can also see that there's a curve that goes like this. It continues here. You can see one that continues here, and you can see one that continues like this. All I can say is he's just motioning this way. And if he's motioning this way, you get this drop. You get the drop from down here going down when he's curving, because Leonardo da Vinci makes his images move. They're not going to be still portraits. No way. So what? Just bear with me. You have to understand his work. So in the nose deal that comes across and the eye, you'll see how there's his arm, and his arm has these boats that curve here like this. These are boats. There are also a lot of other stuff, but this is what his boats are. And then when you put the boats up, and you get the line where it moves, you can see in this area right here, he's got these boats that float this way. He's got them float this way, and then he's got these turns that go like this, and it goes like this, because again he's moving. This one you can see barely, and he's got a bigger loop in this one. It goes up. So when you grab again, now his images move. So he's going to flex them, and that's why they show like that. So when you line them up, you can see how the boats fit in his movement. You understand? Okay, because you got to make them move. They're not going to sit still. It's ridiculous. So if you also look at his doily that runs through here, you'll see his doily that runs like here. I'll try to kind of generally, it's going to move anyway, right? So I'm going to go as fast as I can so I don't hold you up. So, I mean, these, whoops, okay, and don't forget he's got these string things that, like, tie, whoops, ooh, that's way off, sorry. Whoa, what's going on with his mouse? I think it's me. Okay, and then we got this thing that goes like this. And these are people hanging on this thing. And, you know, little, well, I forgot what they call them. They're like little tassels or something, right? I think I'm right. Probably. I've been wrong before, especially in the judgment of people. And it's real sad when it gets that way because people get hurt. And then we have this one here, and it zigzags. And I'm going to show you how this moves again in his works. Okay? And then it cuts across here, right? Meow. Meow. Okay. Now, out of that, when you overlay this and get it in the proper area, you can see these cut line, right? So I'm going to hold it here. You can see the line. Well, I'll hold it here. Then you can see that there's this thing that floats through here. There's something going on in between here and here, and it cuts across. Okay, you can see how he has something. Now we're going to go for the other doily to see if it's more buoyant. Very, very, very vague, I know, on this particular part, but there's other images that aren't. So you know when you have these images, you can see how this cut line goes through here, right? Okay. So you can also see this doily here. So you put this down, and you can see this doily right here. It's right here. Okay. So you put this back. I was going to do the main thing, and it goes in here. Okay. And then you have another one here. Let's see, and you do. It's a different type of style because he makes it move. Now, when you go back up, don't forget all the other images in which I've been showing you. So now he has this zigzag that's supposed to float through here, right? So I'm just going to go like this. Whoops. And you can see the line that cuts through here with, whoops, the line that cuts through here with the doily. You can see a line that cuts through here with the doily. You can see a line that cuts through here, and another one, and another one. It continues with him. He's got this doily moving, right? So in this doily that he has, and it V's almost in a sense, okay? And it continues in a turn, kind of. Well, let's see. Okay, I don't know about the turn part. Okay. Don't ask me why. But there is something, if you can see in mind, there's a straight line in here, like he's got some other kind of image going. And he does. He always has something going in the background. So whatever this is, it's probably future something. And you can see how the hair is floating within the hair. It's hiding. But here comes the boom, 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 boom. Okay. So when you take this image and you look at my man's mustache that curves, I guess he plays with a mustache before because it's been in the Last Supper. Remember that one? Okay. So he's got the little eerie mustache, and when he puts it up there and he slides it over to here. See, he starts here, and you got the little movement right there, and you can see his mustache that flows in here. Okay, and it's so cool. He's got it there, and then he floats it here, and he floats it here, and it gets wilder. Okay, because that's just the way he is, and the reason why it gets wilder is because you're just going to continue on. We're just going on and on and on. So now we have these markings that, let's say you don't believe. Okay, let's say you don't believe. Okay, now watch this. Okay, so I'm going to change the lady into number 44. Whoa, something happened. So here we're going to go. The lady. Okay, for instance, if you take the lady and you take a look at the images that are floating in here, there's a shoe in here. Again, a shoe. So to find the shoe is in many, many different ways. One of them is right here. One of them is here, turned in this area, like that. So this shoe is the shoe. That's nothing. We got the shoe everywhere. So if you want to hang out, I'm going to show you how the shoe fits, okay? And then we have this cross shoe. It's very hard to see the cross shoe. Okay, so then we get back into if the shoe, we take the lady. Let's see, I do believe I have to, or does the lady go easier? So I'll turn the lady, and fit my man into the shoe area. That's where the shoe goes. Now I know that's real vague. So we're working here. That's where the shoe goes, and you can actually see my marking, how I went pointy, but there's a curve here. See, there's a curve right there. So if you take this again, because remember, Leonardo da Vinci uses these images. See, there's a curve here. Whoops, went too far out. So he makes these images that are floating more and more and more. He makes them turn into other obvious images. So then, you know that when you put it up, whoops, when you put it up, it's going to fit in the curve. But that's not just it. No, 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 no. Okay, what he does is he's got the shoe here. Look at this shoe. Is it big enough? It's right there in front of you. Well hidden again. Okay, so I'm going to boom, boom, and then it's the end of this when I show you the bigger shoe, because the shoe's everywhere. I might show you one more shoe, but I might not even draw it out, okay? Because here's the shoe. Whoops, help me out. It's going down, it's going down. I'm crooked. You can see it's crooked. somewhere in this area it curves, and then it goes back up the shoe. Okay? So then I grab a hold of Leonardo da Vinci's shoe, and I turn around and make the shoe fit. Too big. But you'll see. Hang on. Okay. See how the shoe's going to fit inside the body? That's where the shoe goes. I know it's kind of big. It actually needs to be a little bit bigger. Everything in which I showed you is micros off. It takes hours and hours for setting. Here's part of the other shoe over here, but let's see if it shows up. Okay? And you can see his cut lines. That's the way Leo is, okay? Because he's got these cut lines that run like this. He's got these angles that you can see. You can see a heel here and run. That's the way, because he's going to move his works. If Leonardo da Vinci sat still, I'd be shocked. I think this man could not settle down. And in a good way. A very good way. So, I know I've showed you a lot of shoes today, and I know I showed you a lot of shoes in the past. And I'm going to show you a lot more than just shoes. And it's the proof. If you follow my YouTubes, you're going to find this. You're going to find this. There's a big secret in this, because in this secret is the X-ray, and it gets wilder. It's going to be in a different YouTube. But his heart builds within a little heart and gets bigger, and then it flows, and he uses the body, and it continues, and then the Mona keeps growing and growing, because the Mona's hidden in the sand too. And then he uses the codes that are written in my woman's dress. It is the codes in which need to be broken. I've broken a lot of them. But if you take a look and you get into these, each one of these little micro images from A, D, and C, and so he has them all broken. He has an EL and it continues. His lace around the woman's. This is lace of codes. And then it gets wilder, because above this lace is a hidden faded, I've seen them, another code that runs with it, and another code that runs with it, top and bottom, continuing. By painting another piece of his works. This is only part of it. We have at least 1,000 YouTubes you need to follow. You got a lot to catch up. So here we go. I'm going to take the mic off so I can really show you what's up, because I'm going to need some concentration. My editor, she's very, very good, very nice. Please give us thumbs up and subscribe. And to the kids in the Philippines, I am not a ghost. A little thing we have between us, folks. So, fun, fun, fun. Here we go. And I thank you for that. Again, my name is Alan Cook, and I have been researching the Leonardo da Vinci new lost painting for some time. And I'm going to get right to this for you. This is the walking lady. She well, I call her the walking pointing lady. As you can see, she has the point. And this image back behind here is my painting. And as you can see, when you put the two together side by side, they're the same. Even when you overlay them, as you can see, they fit. So when I take this walking lady, and you can see how the hand flows in here, I'll highlight this for you that I pre-done a little bit, and I got arthritis, so I'll do my best to make a nice crooked line, because I can't do straight lines. So you help me out here, and don't forget, Leonardo da Vinci's works is Well, very, very tricky, because all you gotta do is be 1 millimeter off, and then when you overlay this, you can see how the rod fits. So I just move it 1 digit, and you can see how it lies in the finger area, right through there. Now you see the back area here? So I'm gonna highlight this back area. Oops, let me get that fixed. Gotta fix her back, folks. Kind of hard to do this with a mouse. And it's got a little dot in here. I don't know what that's about. But here we go. We're gonna go up with it, and you can see how it fits in the shadow and how the finger fits in here. So I'm gonna pull this down. I'm gonna highlight this. I'm really crooked. You can see how talented I am. And then you can see the arm, how it flows in here, but it's real vague. So what you need to do is you got to go back and forth and take a look and get it set. And there you go. The image fits. Now, in this particular area that you can see how the hand goes. Now, don't forget, his works move. So he has it to where it goes boom, and it flows, and you can see how, whoops, see how crooked I am? I do believe this is supposed to be straight. So, whoops, I'm a sloppy, sorry. So, bad example for me, good example to let others know. So I'll put this up, we'll do it again till we get it right. And so then I'll overlay this image, and as you can see how the arm fits, it's only just a dot, a macro up. But don't forget, he makes his images and his works move across the room. There's going to be more, and as you can see how the eyes, now there's eyes here and here, obviously, and I'm just going on the inner, but they also float here, because he makes a move. He makes them move here, he makes a move here, and he makes a move here, and then she's way over here because she's actually looking that way. So he makes her actually look this way at us, starting to turn. He's doing a 360. Now, don't forget, he's a television. He does his works like a TV. So, when I take this image again, wherever it's hiding, okay, here it is, and I take it and I put this particular image over the top, you can see, whoops, I threw it off. I've been doing that lately. That's what happens when you get in a hurry. I may have to reset it. Well, looks like I got real close. Okay, so I'll just go 1 notch. I was supposed to go 2 notches, but close enough, I guess. And you can see how it floats through the eyes, how she moves. That's a Leonardo da Vinci trick. It's his TV, see? So, when I take this image and I put it right here, and I slide this image on over, ladies and gentlemen, and children who think I'm a ghost, I am not a ghost. I love children. Anyway, here we go. And just want to say hello to those children again. Hello, children. You taking care of mom? Mom's taking care of you, I guarantee it. Okay, now, you see that? There they are. It's the same woman. You can even see, whoops, bump it again. You can see the hairdo, how this hairdo flows like this in here. You can see the same works flowing over here some, how it's got this look. So, but don't forget, her hair blows, right? So he gives you that. Now I just slapped that together, so you know what I'm saying. So it gets a little bit better. This is only a portion of it. There's going to be edited in other ones which shows more of her body, and it also is going to show the boat. So this is part one of a long YouTube into the detail of the pointing lady. And don't give up, because here comes the next scene, ladies and gentlemen, that gives you more detail. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We're not done. And this is another section which I had to do in little ordeals. The walking lady again, the pointy walking lady. And again, I'll repeat it, that it is in my works. And I'm going to be showing you how it fits. And you can see her pointing finger. Well, this is a portion of her body that in which of Leonardo da Vinci. Now, this is a sketching of Leonardo da Vinci's works. What is behind it is my painting that has in colors that I had to pull to show. Here it is, as you see, right here. I showed it to you in a larger image. Well, I want to show you where this image lies when you overlay. Perfect overlay, as you can see. Now, what is neat about it is, here we go. I take this image and lay it up here. You'll see how the shoe, this is the shoe, right through here, is the same as the shoe right here. You see the shoe? Well, the shoe floats like clouds. In other words, it gets bigger and bigger. I'll get into that in a second. I got to open this up gently before I lose it. And then we're going to look at this. I call it star flower. And it's this star flower, how it's turned the certain ways, and it has this little loop here, and her head's in here. So what we're going to show you, this is my painting with my lady's shoe, and I'll have it reduced for you. And you're going to see how this particular image, when the shoe fits, I reduce it, get the flower to match the flower, and I got to pull it down, and there. That's where the flower, as you can see, the group of the flower fits the flower. So I just move it down just a, whoops, it's hard to do this. Come on, help me do it. And here goes the flower. Just needs to go one more notch. Might be one more. One more couldn't hurt either. And there you go. And that's where the flower goes and the shoe. And you can see how the shoe floats. So when the shoe flows here and here, you can see it through here, and you can see it keep going, because again, she's moving her foot. She's moving her foot back and forth. And the woman moves. So that's what Leonardo da Vinci does. I'm going to get into more detail with this. Oh my gosh, look at that triangle. Identical. So there's your fit. That's where he's saying, fit me. Right there. Triangle with triangle, flower with flower, shoe with shoe, and then you got the lady. Here's the lady right there. That puts it right back. Here's the lady's face, and he has the lady's face at the tip. Flower with flower, house with house. Wow, 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 wow. God bless us all. This is amazing. Amazing. I didn't even expect that. And look at it's a triangle head, body of house. And it even looks like it's got a rabbit dog. Look at that. It's got a rabbit dog over here or something. And here's a dragon. And look at this. He's got something floating off the side. I'm telling you, this is the triangle itself fits 100%. 100%. Okay, the flower is off by 1%. It's because it is that sensitive. If you pay attention to the shoe, here's the shoe. It's off like 8%. To get that dialed in for me is so difficult. And the reason is because it's under layers. So when I pull this to be a layer at, let's say, 90, and I pull this one a layer at 90, he uses different chemicals, and so this may needed to be pulled a little bit more. I'm just giving you a wild percentage type deal, so don't hold me to the percentage of the degrees. I'm being straight and honest with you. I didn't draw the little house in. I didn't put the flower in the same. I didn't put the walking lady in here as the same. Here's the walking lady that you can see, and I'm going to blow it up. There she is, the walking lady. And when I turned around and take the walking lady, and I put her side by side again with you guys, and I'm going to blow her up, her face. Okay, that's the same woman. That's the same woman. Leonardo da Vinci hid his works in my painting. Now I'm going to show you in my painting where it exists in my painting of the walking lady with the flower and the house. Okay, and it's going to be to where I'm going to go boom, yeah, boom, yeah. And the reason why is because I deserve those booms. I deserve those booms. I've been monetized now by the grace of you all, and I'm going to show you when I reduce this. You'll see the heart. See how he pitches his works? He puts a block of wood, and here's the flower. So my little lady is in here. So when I reduce this all down, here she is again. And when I reduce this all down, oops, got to get it reduced, huh? You'll see my painting that's in here. Here's the little flower way down in here. So that walking lady, as big as she is a tiny little piece of artwork in my painting. Tiny. We're talking tiny, tiny. And don't forget, this is Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ proposing to the older Mona Lisa. As I told you, mustache. Take the hat off, the mustache, he's the twin. This is the older Mona Lisa. Now this painting so happens to be, again, the diary of Leonardo da Vinci's complete works. You got to forgive me, I've been putting a solid weekend on moving cars, getting things done. Listen, I have also, for you to know, it is a registry. It's a registry of Leonardo da Vinci's works. And what I mean by that is when Leonardo da Vinci passed away, his loved ones brought in all his friends and associates and anybody that was loved him and honored to sign it in code of his works. Some of them I don't know who they are, for the reason is it's probably the son of the son or the mother who had a friend who learned from them, who learned from Leo. There's an awful lot. My guess, approximately 300 signatures. I will promise I'll do my best on the will writing and the ring writing. This is absolutely a magnificent painting. You guys have to subscribe. Notify everybody. I am not done. Don't give up. I got a lot more to show. Don't forget, in the bottom, right down here, that little flower, this flower right here, this flower in this particular area is the walking lady again. This is what pops up. Bam! Okay? And don't forget, there's a house that sits right here, as you can see, and it's going to show up. It shows up in this image in which I showed you how the walking lady is, so you know that I did not alter the house in any way, because the house is well, the house is it has to be okay. The house is big right here. See how big that house is? This is a bigger image. So this is another particular image. So here's the house of the house in the regular. This is the regular painting of mine. So this image and this image is the same painting, but this particular image that so happens to be right here so happens to be absolutely the walking lady that I'm going to put before you. Ba 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 boom! The same. Da 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 da. Don't forget. See how she curves? Here she curves. Listen, I love you guys. Love is strong. don't forget to find your Mona. Now, if you can't find your Mona, I found out a good way to love life better. And the best way is when you approach somebody and you can say, listen, I'm looking for a Mona as a friend. That's what I nickname it as, a friend. And anything becomes stronger than that, a good, strong friend relationship, or maybe you actually find your Mona, the one of Romeo and Juliet. I applaud you. Put your comment in there and say, oh my God has blessed me so. And you know what? You can put your comment in there like that anyway. For the reason is, I'm sure he has blessed you in many ways. He's a miracle worker, obviously. We know that. For all, we will believe in the end. And I'm not done yet. So don't give up. I got some YouTubes on this, giving you more verifications. You are going to get this in your brain that I have the 100% Leonardo da Vinci painting. Do not give up on me, because remember, ladies and gentlemen, for the kids,
I am not a ghost. I'll be back. Only in a second. She's fixing something up, like subscribe. Okay? Notification bell. And don't forget to tell your friends. Take that broken finger and you hit the subscribe button. Dial your numbers for your friends. What are friends for but to bug them? I'm starting to sound like a ghost, but I'm a good ghost, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, you are awesome. Thank you for all the magnificent stuff. And I thank my editor too. She is something. Again, we are here working hard for you. Don't go nowhere. Another proof that this is 100% a Leonardo da Vinci painting. You want to hear it in my plain words? Here it comes. And thank you for the subscriptions. You have blessed me, truly. Here we go.
don't forget, I'm not a ghost. In my own words, see, I'm human, not a robot. So, now, don't forget, this is a Leonardo da Vinci painting. If you take a look at his finger, look at this finger right here. Look at that big long finger. My goodness. What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he planning? Can a woman figure that out? I bet you she could. Don't underestimate any woman at any time. She can tell you yes, she can tell you no. She can tell you things that will turn your head upside down and wonder what is going on. And look at this. Look at that stare. That is a magnificent art of stare. Her eyes gazing at him gazing at her. Not even really a gaze. They are stuck. They are stuck, 100% stuck. And I'm going to show you, don't forget, this, I'm going to drill you guys that this walking lady, when it gets transformed, and even when it don't get transformed, watch what happens when you overlay the finger over the woman. It fits her whole leg and body. Her whole leg and body. What a coincidence? No, not a coincidence. How does it fit from her shoulder on? And also, I have a YouTube that I'm going to show you where the shoulder is the same, that comes out to be the same of my man's whole arm. So here, when you transform her into this color to highlight even better, and you tilt it, and you overlay it again with the tilt, 100%. You get $100 for your $100. No gambling needed. No guessing, no cheating, no lying, no manipulation, no deceiving. It is as sure as it was done. Look at that. Done. Beautiful, long, slinky, gorgeous body from the neck down to the bottom of her toes. I'm blown away. I'm telling you, this is like 8,000 micro images. This is absolutely darn near that amount at least. It might be over. It might be a little under. It doesn't matter. It only needs one. When are you guys going to gather together as a group and sign a petition that we need my painting to be next to the Mona Lisa? I have never seen anybody on the planet stick up for their brothers as much as I need you guys. I need you guys to ring the bell to make the wings of the angels fly from heaven to come down and save Jesus Christ at the moment of the time in which we know in the Bible that he could have easily had thousands of angels to come down to save him, and he saved us. He's got to be the strongest, loving, magnificent, supreme prince of gods that you could ever imagine. We have a supreme God, his Father, and we absolutely am thankful that he has not vanished us forever to kill his son. But it was planned. It was planned through him. And it tears me up that it had to go that way. It does. I am very apologetic because I am asking him to change his plans, and his plans have already happened. So what we're looking at in front happens to be an absolute plan to using the vessel of one of his magnificent artists on the planet, using Jesus Christ to propose to one of the beautiful angels as a facade, as a dream, as an imagination, as a reality, as a beautiful, beautiful talent that he has put this supremeness in a human being. This is a Leonardo da Vinci painting. It is a diary. That means like your life, like you, what you remember from the moment you were born till the moment you died. You placed everything in this painting. Then, after you pass, you're floating up in the air and you're seeing all your loved ones love you, and then they sign it. Oh, they sign it. They sign it with "I love you," and you put your birth date, or they put your death date. I'm going to show it to you in this YouTube. I'm going to show it to you. And with this over here, you're going to see it. You see this right here? Look at that. MF. Google Melzi Francesca. Please, as sure as I can beg, Melzi Francesca. You can't see an M and an F. That's one of his lovers. One of his lovers. Only one. And he may had two major lovers plus himself living together. Okay? He may have. In the sense, I know he did. But what I mean is, how about his friends? How about his associates? Did they not love him? Absolutely. Do you not love your neighbor? Do you not love your brother? Do you not love your sister? Do you not love your mother? Do you not love your father? Does it have to have a relationship in a behind closed doors? Absolutely not. Love is in many, many, many degrees. Remember that. It is in many degrees. And if anybody tells you it isn't, okay, I can't tell them to go to school. Because we know that love is not just schooling. You feel it. You know it. You can't stop love. And I'm going to ask you guys to watch my YouTubes and subscribe. Subscribe like as if you were dreaming of you're in heaven yourself. As if you had the power with your finger to nail every soul. To tell them that there's a love story in this painting, and this man, Alan Dwayne Cook, is passionate of what's in it. And I'm going to tell your children to listen to their mothers and their fathers. And on certain YouTubes, please do not watch. You censor all of them. Some of them are very strong, and some of them are a very, very good heart bonding. Keep your family together. You have dreamed to have this family. You work your family. Sell anything and everything you can to keep your family together. You can't take what you got with you. You understand? You can't take it with you. So whatever you got, whatever you want to show to someone, I don't care if they love you or they don't love you. You love them and they don't love you. And they think something is overwhelming. Overwhelming. Give them the world. Give them the world if you can. And if for some reason they come to you or they don't come to you, you win. If I touched your hearts in any way of 1% out of 100% out of this video, I win. I win. I win. I win a piece of your heart. You're starting to believe, and I thank you with all my heart. Continue on with this. Don't forget, I'm going to give you a little breather here because this is done for weeks. This video is done for a touch for you. This is a special giving from my heart and mind, body, soul, my whole life of study of telling you that I love you guys. I'm working my best to come out of a genius. And I'm just like you. I am working the genius way.
I am back. This is another section of what Leonardo da Vinci has done. It is a trick I want to show you of how you do some of his works. You're going to see a little bit of how my findings lead to my findings. These images that I'm going to be showing you on this little section is not exact unless we get lucky and find it, because it's like finding a needle in a haystack. This is the younger Mona Lisa. This is the older Mona Lisa, and it is a diary of Leonardo da Vinci's works. 100% fact. Now, it is the older Mona Lisa, but it is also a registry of his entire work. Now, listen, children and adults and everyone, I don't care if you're an alien. They called him an alien. A lot of people call him an alien. I call him a blessing that God has given to him with all the talent. He's still teaching us today. So I'm going to put this phone down. You're going to hear a natural talk out of me. And I'm going to show you how this image is the same in my painting. Here we go. Hang on and try to study my following. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe and always look for your Mona, your friend, your lover, whoever your Mona is.
But I'm going to show you when you take my X-ray out of my painting, which is a Leonardo da Vinci painting of his whole life is in this painting. His whole life. And for those who are just joining in, let me just give you a quick rundown. This is an L, like a Santa sock, and then he has this coded E and an O and a dash, and then he has an A and an R and a D and an O. It's in my YouTubes. He spells out his name backwards. He spells out his other lover's name, Melzi Francesca. Google it. You'll find out he ended up with his inheritance. Also, when you take it and you transform it into an X-ray, you end up with this image right here. And it also spells out his other lover's name, Soleil. Okay, so that is another. That's hidden. That cannot be seen by a person who's trying to cheat the works for what's in it. There is like nearly 8,000 micro images I'm going to show you in my YouTubes. If you just subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give us a thumbs up, take your broken finger, put a splint on it, kink, 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 all your friends, and tell your friends to subscribe. Now, listen, this is what we're going to show you. This is what we're going to show you. If you take a look, you're going to see a doggy. And this is a doggy right here. And he has a little crown. That's a little doggy. I'll zoom for you. Okay, this is a doggy right there. See the eye, little nose, and a mouth. I call him a little doggy with a pointy hat. Okay, now in here, when I overlay, you're going to see this doggy right here. And it's very difficult to see. An eye, and a nose. Okay, you don't see the hat too well. But when you overlay it, you'll see the same outline and the same doggy, identical, when I put it over. Identical. Bam! Boom, 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 boom! Okay, that's the way Leo does it. He gives you a little, like a little kiss from your lover. And that's kind of hurtful in a sense. So I'm going to show you a little bit more, but let me draw this out for you. So right here, we're going to give you a nice, beautiful burgundy color because my father liked burgundy and it shows up pretty good. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's a little large. I don't know why that seems to have gone down so much. Let me see. I wonder why that jacked up there. That's so high. Sorry. So let me see. Oh. Yeah. Here it is. I'm going to go around it and somewhat. Okay. Hey, it kind of looks like a heart. The way Leo did it. That wouldn't surprise me. A sideways heart. Okay. So then we're going to take this and move this. And I'm going to do this for you. Another. Right in here. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Kind of looks like my dog. I know that I've seen this dog many a times. Look at this. He's got a little heart. I'm gonna arrow. He's got a little heart right there in the eye. He's a lover. Leo is a lover. A true blue lover. He makes hearts on top of hearts to make them like eights. 8 stands for infinity. And you get, with the innuendo of a heart, comes out to be, guess what? Infinity love. And there they go. That's where they go. Now, my mistake is that I'm nowhere near to draw a straight line and end up with giving you identical writing. But if you take a look at this and you write this out, this is the word soli. Okay, S. Let me zoom it down before I get in trouble with myself. Okay, S-U-L, crooked. See, I'm not very good, but I'm honest, I promise you. This is an A, and this is an I. Now, when you overlay this, again, with the doggy, you'll see these outlines when you pull them. You can see these dots. He gives you these little dots. They stop, then there's a doggy here, then he gets this turn in here, like this, and then you can see this, whoops, you can see this, these dots here. Then you can see this long dotted thing that runs through here. And then he gives you this A this way. See, he gives you this A because he constantly writes over and over. These are A's he makes. And then he gives you this dot. A dot, a dot, 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 dot. Okay, and then a big dot up here. Leo does that. Now, in here, okay, there's a big S. And it floats through here, flows around, and kicks like that. Close to it till my, whoops, and I buried it. Where did I hide it, folks? There it is. Let me scoot it over and we'll be showing you, I think there's another image. Yes, there's one more image I want to show you. So when you take it again and you overlay it, you have this soli writing written into both. Okay, and where it points is many different places. The pointing lady, as you see, the pointing lady actually points. Okay, you can see, look at this here. I'm going to slide this over. Here's another find on top of a find. When you pull out these and you overlay these, you'll see how, oops, kind of getting hooked here. Not enough room for me, boss. Okay, so you'll see this is a snake. This is what I call the snake. It goes like this. So you got a snake, runs down, comes around, boom, and he goes boom, 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 and comes, whoops. Okay, and he kind of looks like a cat. He kind of looks like a lot of little stuff. But when you overlay it also, you can see in the background all these little dots that in which he puts, that goes like this, and you can see these dots and they float. So he gives you again very little, and you have to fight to find it. I did it again. I got, like, what did I do with my blue? There's my blue. Okay, oh blue. Okay, so then we take this. Now we have those images. We go into reducing just a little. And I'm going to show you when you reduce it just a little. Now, gotta go get blue. Gotta go get the blue. And I take this image and go back over again. And I have to reduce it too because it was just as big. And then I overlay these two again in this area. I might have went too small on the blue. Let's see. Yes, I want just a little. You're going to see this icon below the soli. It's close enough. And this icon is right here. And I call him the Buffalo Man. So when you take and you draw around the Buffalo Man and you log it or list, go over the top, you'll find that this Buffalo Man right here has his legs come down here, goes up, body of the bottom, here's his leg here, goes in, it kind of looks almost like a buffalo, another leg, and he has this tuba. This is where the kicker is, the tuba. This is some kind of tuba or something. Then he kind of floats back up here. I don't know what he does over here, but he's like riding in a sled or something, and he's riding in this tuba looking thing. You can see right here. I can't, not enough room. right there, this tuba. So when you take and overlay this buffalo tuba guy, best thing I can say, my friends, and you put them over the top, you can see the tuba right here. Now I'm going to pull him down, and you can see the outline of the tuba, but the tuba moves. So when you look at, I lost it again. Oh, I keep losing my blue. But it gets really, really, really good. So hang on, because he moves. Getting excited. He moves the buffalo guy. So you have the buffalo guy that comes around, and you can see how he floats the buffalo guy right here. Here's part of his body. So he gives you part of the buffalo guy right here. Oh, I did it again. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm losing it. Okay, I gotta slide that thing over or something before I do that, huh? Okay, and so you got the guy right there, which is right here. And then you put him back up. And that's where he fits and slides. See, he slides and fits. He fits all perfectly there. Then he's got his back leg that fits in here. So when you put this on, see, you can see the back leg area right here. That's the way Leo is. So then you got the back leg. So he gives you about 50% of the buffalo tuba guy. And there he fits. You got another little body that comes down in here with the leg, and then you got the tuba, and then it kind of zigzags on up. So you can see right through here all his zigzag. You can see all that zigzag. This is the way Leo is. So when you go again, you're going to find out it shifts, but you can see the curvature. I did it again. Oh boy, I'm a nasty boy today. So the buffalo guy's got me, huh? So when you go to put him up and you slide it, you can see how he's got this turn here. Right there. See the buffalo? You see the guy up here, how he shifts, so he moves. And so does the lettering. Okay, and he points over here. Okay, so let me slide this again. I keep sliding the blue away. Get them back over for you. We do it one more time. One more time and we're done, babies. Okay, now, well, I guess we're not, because I just seen something else you got to see. One more thing for you to see. You can see how the ears fit here. The ears fit here because he moves the ears. But when you also move the tuba guy, you can see the tuba guy was here, right here, right, with a bump. But if you follow it, and if you follow the tuba guy and you keep going, you can see, wait a minute, he fits right there. So here's another spot, because here's the tuba, right there. There's the tuba again he gives you. And his horn goes, or whatever it does. And then he continues, because you can see, again, you can see the tuba here. And he continues, because he overlays and moves it everywhere. Don't forget, Leonardo da Vinci makes his images move. Also, remember, there's a lot of images that I have showed you that are absolutely flooring. Some are very, very difficult to see, even for me, right here on this 55-inch screen. So why does this not have identical underneath this? Because he only gives you a taste, like your woman would with a quick kiss. Okay, so Leonardo da Vinci is a quick kisser, hider, code man, teaser, anything you want to call it. And the reason why you're going to call it anything you want, okay? Now this is the X-ray of mine, okay? And this is mine here. And the reason why is because I didn't do it, I'm the messenger, and Leonardo wanted it his way. His way or the highway. And the highway is everywhere in this painting. It is absolutely everywhere in this painting. And for you to understand that, I'm going to let you know this.
I am not a ghost. Okay, all the children to understand. Leonardo da Vinci, here we go. right to it. This is another follow-up on the pointing lady. See how she's upside down, pointing upside down? Well, you're going to see how this so happens to be the arm in which is of my man that is located right in my painting of him serenading a proposal right here, as you can see with the finger. He's actually in one of my YouTubes twirling a ring. I'm going to put this down so I can move a little better. But thank you for joining us.
Okay, now I want to show you that when you actually load this up and get into certain areas of the painting where he makes it move all over the place, there's the face right here. So I'm going to show you how her eyes, I'm going to make it red, her eyes, we're going to mess this up. It's going to be all over her eyes. We're going to just highlight it. And when we put it on up, you'll see that her eyes actually float in here, like right here. So when you pull it right back down, here's her eyes again, right here. Okay, so they're going to be all over the place. Don't get wrong. They're going to be all over the place. But I'm just showing you how some of the stuff shows up a little bit better than certain others. Now this is just the beginning. Don't give up on me. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, don't forget to hit the notification bell, put a splint on that finger, and don't forget to give your brother and your sister and your mother and your father a hug. Now I want to show you also something that's really kind of cool. If you take and you slide it a little bit more this way, look at this. You see how his arm's right here? So we're going to go like this with his arm. Okay, we're going to go ooh. Now I'm not a very good. You're going to see this get messed up, so it's going to get a little wiggly here. Okay, but you're going to get the point. Okay, because Leonardo da Vinci makes his images move. I used to be pretty sensitive for certain reasons. My editor goes, "Oh, Alan, you know, you can use this or use that." Well, guess what? Out of that particular thing, I'm not as good as she is. So when you see this line, how it's running through, see how it's a little more ready, okay? We got right here. Now, there's a line right here in the painting. There it is. Oops, I went crooked. And here it is again. I went crooked again. Actually, it goes something like this. Okay, so help me out. Somebody got to help me out. Editor, you're too far away. You can't help me out. Okay, but you can help me out maybe in the sense of the future of like when I send you this, right? Okay, so that if I'm talking to myself, there's a reason because I'm talking to myself. Anyway, hey, so when you got this, you can see how the shifting of the eyes actually move to here again, okay? Because that's him, and they actually move to here again. Okay, so you got eyes here, eyes here, eyes here, eyes here, and I guarantee they probably float up and down and everywhere because that's the way Leo is. I guarantee they go both ways because I've been doing this for 7 years and know. And here's another reason why I know. But well, I might not just jump right to the main deal. Okay, now her eyes and her face fits here. When you slide it across, you find it, here it fits again. It's right here. You can see them. They're right here. Here's another one on an X and another one on an X. Because here's the face. The face is in here, real mild, and I know it looks kind of big, but that's what he does. He hides it and buries it and goes. But she's in there. I didn't do a good oval face. But you got a good prime thing coming. If you take a look down here on a 4K screen, you see her hand? Okay, if you take a look at that hand, you can see all her fingers and her twisted finger. So when you go to move it, all this right in here, you can screen shoot it. Okay, all this in here for sure. And look at this. This right here, you can see the fingers and everything floating here. So I'm going to show you in the circumference when we move it on over, and I will see if I can, there you go, perfect shot. And I will try to zoom it and zoom it back for you. So let me hold this a second and I'll get down into it so you can get into it, and then I'll have to remember with my old age, okay, and you all know what we're talking about, Okay, there's other guys that are working, and then we turn around and we find out, guess what? We forget to pull it back. So let's do this, and I'm going to go right in here, and I go to an overlay, and you can see the fingers. See how the fingers? Wait, see how the fingers are fitting in the slot? Let me pull it back. See the slot? There's a slot in here. Toom, 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 toom. Then he has them over here that dissipates and fades in like a cloud. So she moves across the room. She's over here. You can see the fingers running down a little deeper and a little lighter, and it will continue to go across the room again. But the main highlight is still coming. But let me show you, since you're zipped off, and I got to go back. Okay, I got to go back. I know that kind of weird, and maybe we can fix that. But see, I told you I need to pull back. You guys aren't listening. Okay, pay attention, and I'll try to pay attention too. Okay, because this is kind of funny, because it is so real that it's unbelievable. Now, we're going to get into this arm right here. So we're going to get into this arm right here, and it zigs. Look at that twist. I'm really good with this mouse. Oh, mouse, if it could bark like a dog, it would be doing it. Whoops, let me just kind of highlight this a little bit, and then I'll do this one right here. Woo, am I crooked? Okay, but not crooked as an individual, as a crook. Okay, I'm just whoops, I'm just having a little time here. So when we get to this, and we go up here and here, and I get it lined up, watch what happens. Bam! Bam, bam, bam! Right into the arm, right into the arm, right into the arm. Now I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to highlight this for you. Here's the arm, right in here, and it goes. Here's the arm, but it gets even better, because this is going to get more confusing for you. Okay, because this is the way Leo does it. And because Leo makes it. See how it fits right into the arm? Okay, upside down. This is part of her arm that she floats, or her shoulder that floats into here. This is a Leonardo da Vinci. It's one of my YouTubes in which I've done. But bam! Okay, bam, 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 bam. To my editor, I'm going to say bam, 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 bam. And that sounds like the Flintstones, okay? But here's the trick. Here's another trick. But you see how the arm goes like this? If you don't see that, you need to just get off my tube, okay? Okay. Okay. Well, in this area here, he has it here. It doesn't show it much, and he has it here. Trust me. Okay? He floats it everywhere, and if you flipped it around, he'd do it. This is Leonardo da Vinci's great code of hiding his works in his works. Absolutely. 100%. And so, it is not kill the messenger, okay? Because when you take this and you slide this over right next to it, we know it goes right there, right? Okay, so it's in the slot. But if you pull it on back, it's right there. You can see how he's hiding it and burying it. If you pull it back, he's hiding and burying it. Because what he does is he fogs it in. And over here, he does the same. Because Leonardo da Vinci chases his woman across the room. Then he gets into the faces up and above. You've been watching and you've been seeing this YouTube right now. If I was to get into this, and every single little thing, and spend absolutely so much time on it, this is the part which is an endless. I want to say, listen, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to wash your hand, thumbs up, notification bell, and don't forget to say your prayers, okay? Please say your prayers, and that's may God bless the whole world, universe, and the heavens, and don't give up. We're not done. We're not done. We have just begun. Hey, remember, there is a God, and one day we will meet, and we'll all hug and share our love. And I hope we can share our love here today and forever. Okay? In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, and I love you. Have a great day.